It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Now, once a person has become involved in a life of gangsterism, they may feel like they have no choice to leave or turn their lives around, but a local non-profit is hard at work to change all of that. They're called Join Bands, Not Gangs, and they are bringing instruments into help gangsters out. Now, let's listen to some of the recent collaborations they did with singer and songwriter Elvira Standili, called Children of the African Sun.
Of the son of the African sun, we're children of the African sun, of the African sun, of the African sun. We children of the African sun, of the African sun, of the African sun. We children of the African sun, of the African sun, of the African sun. We children of the African sun.
Oh my goodness, Elvira is no stranger to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Well, we are now joined by founder of Join Bands, Not Gangs, Karien de Waal, who's joining us this morning to share more about what this brilliant organization does. So let's give her a warm Feel Good Breakfast Show welcome. Morning, Karien.
Morning, Zoe.
I feel like we need to give you that welcome. Can we give her a round of applause, please? There we go. I can't say it and not good.
Thank you.
Karien, this is beautiful. I mean, Join Bands, Not Gangs. When did you realize, using your music background, that music will be the right instrument to help fight against gangsterism?
Well, I was thinking about it actually yesterday, that I didn't wake up one morning and think, oh, I want to run a non-profit someday. It kind of, I think it was part of my destiny.
Okay.
But I actually studied music. I went to the US, I studied music, and when I was there, I just saw how many musical instruments were lying around. And I just got this idea, join bands, not gangs, 1 million instruments, and find a way to bring it from like developed nations to South Africa and redistribute it here. Because I also realized our talent locally is on par with the talent overseas. We just don't have the opportunity. So I guess it started out more of a musical project, and it you know, we moved into the gangsterism thing, and yeah, but it's been very exciting, yeah.
I love that you said it wasn't something you just thought was going to happen. It happened slowly, and it progressed towards that. Yeah. How do you go into the communities? How do you just go with your instruments, or is there a little bit of, what's the work involved with getting into the communities?
I think if you're going to go into any community, or if you're planning to help any community, you actually have to check in with the community what they want. And work very tightly with the community. So we were very fortunate to meet various people that took us into Kraaifontein. We worked with the Botha family at the beginning, and now we know a lot of local people. So it's all about, I don't know, I actually think God just opened up like a divine path for us to go in there. And now we work in Kraaifontein. And
that's amazing.
So you have to, it's kind of, like I say, it's kind of, I felt led into this journey.
And definitely in the right direction.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you not only teach these young individuals about music and enjoying the sound of the music and singing and using instruments. How do you get instruments, and how can people help contribute to make sure you get more musical instruments?
So, yeah, I think that's the big challenge, Zoe, is we can only give what we get. So I get a lot of requests from people saying, you know, please help us and whatever, and I would love to help as many people as I can. But essentially, we'd love to ask schools, churches, individuals, anyone who has a guitar collecting dust at home, to donate it to Join Bands, Not Gangs. And then what we do is we put it kind of in a package. You know, when we have enough instruments, we donate it to a school or to a community center, and we help them kickstart. So Join Bands, Not Gangs is like a kickstarting organization that, you know, that helps people start, but but we have to work with the people, because I can't run everybody's programs for them. So, so if the public wanted to donate old instruments they're no longer using, as long as it's still in a working order.
That's the secret. It needs to work, because that's the whole point of starting a band, is to have instruments that work.
Yes.
And then, Karien, in terms of funding, how can people support you through the funding route if they perhaps don't have instruments but they want to contribute?
So we are registered PBO, so we are 18A, whatever, for tax exemption. So we'd love to this year start reaching out to corporates and say, you know, take us on as youth development. Because on the one hand, we do the musical instruments, but on the other hand, we actually help gangsters to get out of gangsterism by building relationship and friendship with local street gangs. And then from there, we have a sponsor gangster program. So if people wanted to donate, they could either give towards instruments, give towards, obviously, operations, which is very small. We're small. We try to make the most of the money go towards helping the communities. And then sponsor gangster, you can actually help us to help individual gangsters out. So last year, we helped about 10 gangsters go to rehab, and we'd love to keep that going. We have 3 in the program at the moment.
That is incredible. Well, Karien, it's time for me to say goodbye, but I know you've got a search competition for looking for a young singer-songwriter along the garden route.
Yes.
Can you quickly tell us who can enter and how they can be part of this talent search?
Yes, so we're going to have 3 songs today, and these songs were from a previous grant that we got from Black Stripe and YouTube. And it worked so well, so thank you guys. It worked so well that we could discover these talented young kids that we want to do it again. And this time it's going to be for the garden route. So if you're from the garden route, can I look into the camera?
Yes, look into that camera.
As jy van die garden route is, if you're a songwriter from the garden route, we are looking for songs, and we're going to pick the 3 best ones, and we're going to give them a music video, and we're going to produce their track. We'll come out to your town, I'll gaan jou interview, and we're trying to make a big thing about discovering new talent across South Africa, starting in the garden route now.
Oh, well, Karien, it's so great to have you here, and what a great initiative. Join Bands, Not Gangs, and please go visit their website, joinbandsnotgangs.com, where you can find all of the details to enter the singer-songwriter competition if you're in the garden route, and stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show because we have 3 incredible performances coming your way.